GP Mouse of report. Today I'm gonna test an EagleX 900 from F-one. Have a look at the specs. 104 is the span, 912 aspect ratio. This is a foil that is pretty big for me, and I'm trying to find out if I want to get an 800 for the light wind days. And so that's what my friend Jerome had to let me try. Merci beaucoup, by the way. And so I'm gonna just try the 900, see how I like it. My review and feedback will be conditioned by the fact that I use much smaller foil. So I did a wind run already this morning, and this is a slow foil for me. Not in general, but for me, because I go 200 square centimeter less. I do own an Eagle A90 that I use sometimes when it's really light and I want to do foil drive downwinders. So maybe I can try to make a comparison to that. I'm about to get going. Conditions are good. Not crazy wild, but it looks like 25 knots and beautiful and sunny. We're so lucky here in Maui. Pretty clear that it's easy to do a downwinder with such a big foil. Such a big span. Unless I do a mistake, which is very likely because I don't know the foil well, this feels like I could do dry run no problem really, huh? Look at this. It's a good thing that I noticed already. The bump is big. The top speed is not as bad as I thought. Meaning it stays with it a little bit. Let's see, now there's a big one. I'm gonna go over this. Not big, this is like chest high. And now I got this one. But I don't feel like taking over, you know? The up and overing doesn't happen as much as this with the 700. Not even remotely, of course. Now I fucked up. But look at the pumping. The pumpability is excellent. And the glide too. So excellent foil, better than I thought. I don't think I need it, but it does make me want to own 800, honestly. Huh? Again, this all depends on the skill level, really, huh? And the fact that I have foil drive, so I never worry about the takeoff. But look at this, it's actually moving. Be curious to see what it says with the stats on the GPS, both top speed and average on the 1 kilometer split. But that I'll find out at the end. Right now, this is so gonna be a dry run. Oh, maybe I do get this one for the light wind day. It can handle, look at this. Wow, this foil is better than I thought after the wind run. Got a good section and not much wind, so I'm gonna turn it on and add that. Compared to all the other over 1 meter span foils that I tried, I think I tried like 3 or 4. This is by far the best because it doesn't feel that big. I'm gonna try to up and over this. Look at this. Good pumping. That was actually not that bad. It was good from my point of view, but the foil pump really good. It is faster than those other ones. Sorry, there's not F-one foils. I can't even remember what I wear. I got it written at home. And it's easier to turn, so it turns better, and it's overall way more fun. Little cutty right there, and ridiculously quiet as usual. These foils, they are the smoothest foil in the market. And I'm just gonna stay on this little trough. You just don't really need the big troughs anymore, like with the smaller foils. This you can go left or right or straight, gives you more option. Overall the thrill is a little less, but man, what a foil again. F-one did it again. These are the best foil for downwinding in my opinion. Compared to the Eagle A90, this is easier overall, more forgiving. The Eagle A90 might be a little more exciting and physically engaging, that's for sure, because you got to pump harder and more often. But why is it more exciting? Because you can turn a little tighter. But this turns too. Look at this. Seriously. They're not like cranking high-speed turns, but it is like turning nicely. And it's so easy. I mean, relatively, for someone who can do the same run on the 700, this is just a walk in the park, pretty much. Wonderful Ford. Stall speed compared to the A90, that would be a nice thing to say. And 100% sure, this one feels better. Yeah, the A90, you gotta keep it moving a little more, a little less forgiving. Whoa. See this? I am almost still right now, but nonetheless, that's a good example. I touched a couple of, and I also don't feel like grabbing the paddle anymore. I feel like I can come out of any situation just by pumping. I'm having way more fun than I thought I was gonna have. Because now, I'm not even chasing the big ones anymore. I'm just doing turns on those little crests. And it's foil, like, how can it turn so good? Look at this. Woo! Well, then 180 degrees turn. I was going right and then I'm going left. Wonderful, really, really fun. I would have never believed I was going to have this much fun. Excellent experience with this Ford. Very impressed. As I was saying, I was really impressed by the X900. I liked it way more than I thought I was going to after the wing run. It just really makes the task of downwind foiling a lot easier than with the smaller foils that I have. And also, let's do a comparison with the Eagle A90. It makes it easier compared to that too. The top speed seems similar, but the stall speed was better on the EagleX. Maneuverability, that's when the A90 definitely is still more maneuverable and easier to turn than the 900. At the same time, I was doing really like from one side to the other full-on turns. It's just that the feeling, it's not as satisfying as when you have a shorter wingspan. That pretty much sums it up. If I had unlimited funds, I would get every single size of the EagleX, because for me they are the best foils for sub-foiling downwinders. Cheers!